Now, the second you stop limiting your practice to your mat whilst you practice, that's when you're going to start to get an understanding as to why these yogis keep banging on about the benefits of yoga. When I started out, I started to apply the practice in small areas of my day-to-day life, which is something that I always suggest. You don't kind of tackle your whole life as a mindful act. You take something small. Someone who's kind of anxiously inclined, I would often have these anxious thoughts get in the way whilst conversing with someone. So while someone is speaking to me, my anxious mind is climbing in, I'm losing my focus, and I'm busy generating an anxious response whilst they're talking. So not only am I not listening, but I'm just living through this lens of this anxiety. Now, you start to understand how the breath applies in these situations, but it all begins with being able to notice in the moment. So you start with just understanding the recognition of the anxiety in the moment and how that shows up in your body. And this is not something that's and it shows up in my body in a certain way. You just start to see like, okay, cool, anxiety feels tense in my chest and it's making me feel uncomfortable. It's a good start. Just the acknowledge of that. And if you can kind of stay with that moment and stay with that sensation, maybe you even send a few breaths in there, which is kind of the beginning phase of taking the practice off, you start to kind of cut that anxious thought. You sever yourself from the lens, and as you start to bring a sense of presence into that moment, it starts to naturally ease and dissolve. So just witnessing the sensation is the beginning phase of breaking that connection. And then every moment in your day becomes an opportunity to get to know yourself, and it all becomes, as my favorite teacher likes to quote, grist for the mill.